Awesome. Okay, welcome to the class today. We're going to be doing strength training, and it's going to be all push style strength training. So it's going to be anything that involves a motion of pushing. Next week, we'll be doing all pulling motions. So there's a little preview, and then what we'll be also doing today is a superset style class, and I'll take that through that. It'll make a lot of sense as we just like hop right into it. But let's get into our warm-up. I'll start the timer, and let's start off with a walking hamstring. So flatten your back, toe up towards the sky, and alternate your feet just like that. For today's class, you'll want a stability ball. It's not required, but then also for sure you're gonna want a couple of dumbbells or a set of dumbbells of whatever you have at your in-home gym there. Good. Get those hamstrings going. And let's go into some hamstring curls with our arm slaps. So just like that, going back and forth, bringing your heel up to your glutes and bringing your arms side to side, back and forth across your chest, just like this. Good. And now let's go into some more, like into a march. So you're gonna go up on your toes, driving that knee up towards your chest, squeezing your abs as you're bringing your knee towards your chest. Good work. Getting that heart rate up for our strength push workout. Once again, it's all pushing motions involved with the strength training today. And next week, we will be doing all pulling motions. Good. Awesome. And now arm circles forward. And back. And forward one more time. And back. Awesome. Well, let's go into some sunrise squats. So bring your arms up. Going down, dropping your hips back, keeping that back nice and flat. Opening up your hips. Getting nice mobility throughout our entire hip region. Also keeping our back flat and getting our glutes and hamstrings warmed up. Right. Okay, so for the first two motions, first two exercises, what we're going to be doing, you can get a drink of water real quick. You can be on a stability ball, and you can also be on the floor. But the way it's going to look is you're going to be doing one exercise immediately followed into another exercise, and then we'll have our 30-second break between each round. So what you'll do is you'll get set up to where your stability ball is just on behind your neck, upper back area, and you want to get your dumbbells. We're doing this. Get ourselves set up, and where you want to be positioned to is you want to have your hips level with your back. So notice how my entire body is almost like a tabletop right now. You don't want to have those hips drop down as we're doing this exercise. So the very first exercise we're going to be doing, bring your arms up, slight bend in your elbows. You're going to bring them out to the side, and then squeeze your chest, bringing them back closer together just like that. So that'll be the first motion, and then we'll do 45 seconds of that. Then you'll follow with 45 seconds of a skull crusher, bringing your hands behind your back just like that, and pushing up. So let's begin our flies here in 3, 2, 1. Good. But you can also do another motion with bringing your dumbbells up here, bringing them closer to your chest, and then pressing up adding that movement into this exercise. Get more chest activation as you bring your dumbbells closer to your chest, just like that. Good. Now you'll notice also you start to feel this in your glutes because we're supporting our body up like this. You can also do this from the floor without the stability ball as well. All right, let's relax for just a second and we'll go into our skull crushers in 3, 2, 1. Be sure you bring those weights back and behind your head. You don't want to actually crush anyone's skull on this one. Good. Not letting your hips fall. This is another one where you could just be laying on the ground doing this. Be sure you bring your knees up off the ground. Good work. Push through it, literally push through it. It's all pushing through. You got this. And 3, and 2, and 1. Relax. Nice little break here. Hop on the ball, or you can just sit up from the floor, whatever you're doing. If you're going from the floor, just have those elbows touch the ground because there's a slight bend in your elbows so your hands don't all go all the way down to the floor. Just touch it with your elbows and then bring it back up. Okay, let's see here. We got about 15 seconds. Let's get ready. And 5 seconds. Weights up, slight bend in your elbows, and begin. You can do that fly, with, press up just like that. So fly, and press. Really targeting that chest as we bring our hands closer together like that, and back down. Good. You got this. You're doing great. 15 seconds left is all. Squeeze those glutes if you're up on that stability ball. Don't let your hips fall. You got this. Good work. And relax. Don't stop in the middle of your exercise though. Finish it out. Good. All right. And we'll go into those skull crushers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Push through. These are going to really start to burn here halfway through. Take any breaks as you need though. All right, 10 seconds. And 3, and 2, and 1. Woo. All right, only one more cycle of those 2 exercises, and then we'll move on to our other 2. You sit up on the ball, maybe get a drink of water if you need. Roll out your shoulders a little bit. All right. Yeah, really gonna feel this throughout our chest, triceps, and in our quadriceps and glutes today once we start getting into those leg exercises. So it's gonna be you're gonna be feeling a really good pump with those pressing, with those pushing muscles today. And bring those dumbbells up. And begin now. Never letting your hips sink down, keeping your glutes engaged the entire time, as well as your abs. It's not just our upper body that's getting an exercise, getting a workout in here with this specific exercise. Good. And 3, 2, 1, relax. Our 15, about 10 seconds, we'll go into those skull crushers. It's the last time we're doing skull crushers today. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Here you go, 45 seconds, going at your own pace. You can take a little break in between each repetition if you need. Good. Never letting your hips go towards the floor, keeping those glutes, abs engaged. Any breaks as needed. I'm gonna take 1, 2. Woo. Feeling it through those arms today, that's for sure. And last 10 seconds. And relax. Woo, good work today with that. All right, let's stand up. You can put the stability ball off to the side if you were using one. I'm gonna get a quick drink of water. Allow for your muscles to recover just a little bit here. Okay, so next one, what we'll be doing, what I want you to do, you're gonna grabbing your dumbbells again, and you're gonna start with your hands in front of you just like this. So they're not out like that, they're starting rotating in like this. And what you'll do is you're gonna slightly sink those hips back and then press up with your right arm, letting it slowly come back down, and then press up with your left, slowly having it come back down. So it'll look like that, just like that. So you're alternating, you're keeping that core engaged the entire time as you're doing that. That's our first, or that's the exercise number 1 in our next rotation. And the next one, we're gonna be going into push-ups. And you can do whatever style of push-up. You can go from your knees, you can go from an elevated surface like your couch, or you can even stand up and do it from an elevated surface from like a wall or a countertop. So whatever style push-up you wanna do, you have the strength to do it, you just gotta pick the right one for you. Let's begin here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, begin. Press up with the right, press up with the left, slowly coming back down, but always slowly lowering the weight back down. Good, and relax. Come over to your yoga mat or wherever you want to do your push-ups, but begin your push-ups in 3, 2, and 1. I'm gonna do 45 seconds of this. Adjust as needed. Take any breaks between every repetition that you need as well. Good, about 15 seconds left. Push through. And relax. Okay, let's take a little break. We'll go right back into those push presses, those alternating push presses. Okay, feeling that. Good work. We'll begin here, about 20 seconds. Start to move your arms a little bit if you want. You can also maybe jog in place a little bit just to keep that heart rate up. In 15 seconds, be ready to go with those alternating push presses. and begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you don't want to do the alternating, you can also do the same. So both arms at the same time. If you're not wanting to do the alternating, it's up to you. Good. Pressing up. "15 seconds left. And 5. And relax. Good. Okay, 15 seconds for transition. Go down to your yoga mat, go down to your, or go over to your countertop or wall and begin those push-ups here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can also switch up your grip a little bit if you want. Maybe you're doing more of your traditional style width of about a little over shoulder width. Maybe try and do more of a diamond push-up with a narrow push-up with that if you want to target more of that tricep muscle. Doing great. Push-ups are not easy, and that's why they're in this workout. But you can always modify push-up where you can do it. You just got to pick the right modification for yourself. 5 seconds left. And relax. Woo, good work. All right, little recovery here. We'll go back into the last round of those 2 exercises, and then we have some leg stuff for you. Walk around a little bit, roll out your arms. You can do that jog if you want. Just keep that heart rate up. Good. All right, 15 seconds at 12:30. When the clock strikes 12:30, we'll begin those push presses. You can grab your weights and begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly coming back down. That's something I have to remind myself as well, because we always want to just bring that weight back in quickly, right? You got to force us to try and hold that up a little bit longer, and it really targets strength a lot more as we're slowing that eccentric movement down, as we're slowing the movement down when we're moving with gravity. That's when we actually build strength. Good. 5 seconds. And relax. Good work. All right. 11:30, when the clock strikes 11:30, let's go into those push-ups here in 3, 2, and 1. The wider you make your hands go, the more of the chest you're going to target. More narrow, you're going to target more of that tricep. So pick a style you like and go for it. 15 seconds. Good. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo-hoo. Good work. Let's go. We'll grab a squat, or we're going to start doing some squats. You can grab a dumbbell. You don't have to grab a dumbbell. It's up to you. But for the first movement that we're doing with our squats is you're going to be going into more of a wider stance, like so. But I want you to hold your dumbbell where you're grabbing that top weight, and you're going to go down until that weight touches the floor, and then you're going to squeeze your abs, squeeze your glutes, and slowly come back up. So it's just repetitions, slow and controlled, targeting our glutes, outer thighs, inner thighs, different parts of the legs. But make sure we're making that more of a deeper squat by touching the dumbbell onto the floor. Then, after that, we'll be doing alternating side lunges so that you'll bring your weight up to your chest. That's gonna really force you to squeeze those abs to support the weight up by your chest. And you're gonna lunge out just like that. As you're doing this, make sure your knee does not go in towards, so this one, you don't want to go in towards the midline of your body. You want to go going outwards. Help target more of that outer glute muscle while we're doing this. Okay, so get a quick drink of water. We'll start at 9 minutes on the clock. And this is one where you could, if you have a heavier dumbbell, I would switch to a heavier dumbbell if you want to get more of a burn. All right, let's begin. Make sure we're not locking our knees up out at the top as well. So keep that back nice and flat. You're just sinking those hips back, letting the weight hit the floor, and then come back up. And like I said, you definitely want to get to use a heavier weight than the one, that you did for your for the arm exercises. Good. 5 seconds left. And relax. Bring your weight up towards your chest. Squeeze those abs, and we'll begin those side lunges here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Try to keep your feet parallel as well as when you're doing this. So not having your hips open up. You want to just be going to the side like that. Keeping that back nice and flat, that core engaged the entire time. If we let those abs start to get a little lazy, that's when we're going to start rounding our back. We want to avoid that by all means. Good. Five seconds. And relax. Good. All right, quick break here, 30-second break. We'll go right back in to those drop squats where we're dropping that weight down. All right. Good work. Roll out those shoulders, maybe pick up that heart rate. Jog a little bit. All right. Grab that dumbbell. And ready, set, go right into those drop squats. Open up those hips more to really get down. Try to avoid locking your knees at the top as well. Keeping that core and glutes engaged the entire time. Never getting lazy there. Always keeping that muscle in constant tension. Good. Ten seconds. And 3, 2, 1. Good work. All right. Grab your dumbbell, bring it up towards your chest. We'll start those side lunges here in about 5 seconds. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stepping out and back to the center. Keeping those feet parallel, keeping your back nice and flat by squeezing your abs, never letting your back round. Good. You can also do this always without a weight. You don't have to use a weight, but all the same principles apply. You still want to be squeezing your abs. You still want to be keeping that back nice and flat. Excellent job. 10 seconds. and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Nice quick break here. And we'll go right back into the last set of these 2 exercises. Made it through almost this whole thing here in just 30 minutes. 30 minutes is all it takes to get a good strength workout, get those muscles stronger, get those muscles bigger, help improve our body composition, help us feel better, move better. 30 minutes is all it takes. All right, let's get those. Dumbbell. We'll begin here in 3, 2, and 1. Squeezing your abs, squeezing your glutes on the way up. Never locking your knees, because if we lock our knees, our muscle gets taken out of tension, and we want to keep tension throughout our entire legs, or all of our glutes, the entire time we're doing these exercises. Good. If you're doing this too, be sure keeping those shoulders back, as that weight is right here. We have a tendency to want to round our back forward. Keep that chest up the entire time. It's going to be more difficult to do that as we're getting into these higher reps. You got this in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right. Bring that dumbbell up towards your chest. And let's begin here with those side lunges in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back is nice and flat. Keeping those feet parallel. You're just sinking those hips back. With that weight by our chest, it really forces us to keep those abs engaged. We don't engage our abs when our chest is up or when our weight is up by our chest. That's when we're going to start rounding our back. So stay strong. It's the last time we're doing side lunges today. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good work. All right, 2.5 minutes. Let's drop the weight. We'll do a few stretches here to send us off for the rest of the day. So that hip flexor stretch, left leg forward, right leg back. Keep our body straight up and down from the floor. We aren't leaning forward, we aren't also leaning back. But sink those hips down until you start feeling a stretch in that front right hip flexor. Squeezing your right glutes, squeezing your abs. And now you can bring that right arm up and over, really feeling that whole stretch throughout that front right hip. Trying to keep your hips level as well is a really important thing. We don't want to hike up our hips. Protect that lower back, protect our hip movements. Excellent. And 3, 2, 1. You can step forward. Right leg forward. Drop those hips down. We're going to do our left side now. Squeeze your abs, squeeze your left glute, and bring your left arm over, feeling that stretch throughout your front right hip. Great stretch to do in the middle of the day. If you've been sitting the whole day at your desk, really targeting that hip flexor complex. Really good one to do for your knees, for your lower back, for your hips. And relax. Let's do some hamstrings. So what we were doing at the beginning of class, we're just going to repeat that. So right toe up towards the ceiling. Bring your hips down, arms up and out, dropping those hips back, keeping your back nice and flat the entire time. Going down to the distance to where you feel that stretch throughout your hamstrings. And we're just going to do this until the timer stops. Go. And 10. And 3, 2, and 1. Awesome work today. Great to see you for all the push movements. We'll see you next week, next Tuesday, for all the pulling movements. So you want to be balanced. So if you're thinking about doing pulling exercises coming into next week, just save it and we'll take care of that on Tuesday. So thanks for coming. We'll see you next week.